Alright, so this video is about EDC, which is everyday carry. Not only what I carry on me in my pockets at all time, but also my everyday carry bag. I normally keep it in my car in case I need anything, or we go to, like a farmer's market and walk around, go to the mall, walk around. It's always there with me. So here I'm starting with my Apple Watch. It's self-explanatory. I can tell the time, check the weather, just out and about walking. I can, check my steps for the day, those kind of things. Next is my pocket knife. Nothing too fancy, just a simple little pocket knife. Then I have a spare magazine that I carry with me, and I have this little magnetic clip that I keep on it. It's not a Neo Mag, but it is super strong. It's a fraction of the price, and you get two in the package. Now we have my AirPods. Can't go anywhere without those. My keys and my wallet. Here we have my SIG P365XL, and I really like it. I carried the regular P365 at one point, and it's just too small. This one is just perfect. And then above that we have my DeSantis in the waistband holster. And the only one I prefer over this one is their Slim Tuck, because it's smaller and more concealable, but this one is pretty perfect. So that is pretty much all that I carry on me at all times, besides my belt, which you'll see here in a little bit, and my phone, which is recording. This is the pocket clip for my extra magazine, and I just wanted to show how strong it is. This magazine is fully loaded with 12 rounds. I'm shaking it around on this magnet and it's not going anywhere. Here we have the next belt. I got this from USCCA when I signed up for them a while back, but I will not wear any belt besides this when I'm carrying. This one is it's super durable and strong and doesn't sag like other belts do. There's a little lever here to release the ratchet that you'll see on the back. Here on the back there are instructions on how to size the belt. Here we have my EDC bag. It's my bag that I carry every day, and I got it from Amazon. This little bag here on the front is an emergency kit. I also got that from USCCA, and it normally stays in my car. It's not normally on here, so I'm taking that off now. It has these straps on the back that connect to MOLLE webbing. I will be replacing this with a smaller first aid kit kind of bag that I can keep small band-aids in, triple antibiotic ointment, things like that. But when you open this up, first thing we have is this little bit of paracord. Then we have these antibacterial wipes or alcohol wipes. Back here in this pocket we have a triage bandage. We have this little flap here we'll talk about here in a second. But here we have a multi-tool. It's not a bad multi-tool. It is kind of cheap compared to the one that I have already. But it is a nice little multi-tool to have in case of emergencies. Here we have a glass breaker and pen. I keep a bunch of pens in my bag already, as you'll see here in a little bit, but showing you the glass breaker there. It's not a bad pen for emergencies in case I lose my pens or I lend them out and they don't get returned. So next here we have a flashlight. I normally keep one on me, keep one in my car, keep one in my wife's car. but this is a good one for emergencies. And here we have a compass. It has a little magnifier on it, has measurements all around it, a good little navigation tool. Here is a signaling mirror for emergencies if you get lost, and there's a little whistle on the end. Alright, moving on to this little pouch here. Here we have a fire starter. We've got an emergency whistle with a keychain. And then we have some extra batteries, but I also keep some in my pack, so these ones will stay in here. So that's pretty much it in here. It's a good little emergency kit. And like I said, this one will stay in my car, and I do plan on getting a smaller first aid kit to keep in my bag. Now on to my everyday bag. Not anything special, it's just a cheap bag that I got on Amazon. I like the buckles on this. It has this strap on the front here and has 2 straps on each side so that you can make the bag more compact. They're actually pretty durable. Bags that I've had in the past, those buckles break pretty easy, so I'm really kind of impressed with this Amazon cheap bag and how long it's lasted. So we'll start with my main compartment here. I know a lot of people like to call the big compartment the main one, but my main one is the front one where I keep the things that I use the most. Starting off with my daily medication that I take, I also have a little baggie of ibuprofen and Tylenol in there. I have a little power bank. I always keep a lighter, you never know when you're going to need it. I have another pocket knife. This one is Smith & Wesson. It's pretty durable. It's heavy metal. A lot of people bash on these Smith & Wesson knives, but this one is the most durable knife that I've had. And when I got it, it was dull, so I had to sharpen it, but it's lasted me a few years, so I can't complain too much with this thing. Like I said before, I keep a bunch of pins in here. So here I have some pins. I have a Sharpie, and then I have this Tide to Go pin. And I have a toddler who is super messy, so these Tide pins really come in handy. Here I have some super glue, and this is duct tape. I actually got this tip from one of the guys from Fieldcraft Survival. He recommended wrapping duct tape around a business card, so that's what I did. You never know when you're going to need duct tape. You can use it to start a fire and to fix anything. Duct tape fixes anything, so there's more than enough here. Here I have some snacks. I have some granola bars and I have some fruit snacks. I also have some electrolyte drink mixes, not only for my toddler because he's hungry all the time and wants snacks all the time, but also if there's a situation where for some reason we just can't get home, there's a little bit of sustenance here to keep our energy up, as well as electrolytes to mix with water. Alright, so here I have some charging cables. I have a charging cable for my iPhone. I have a charging cable for my power bank, and then I have an extra Apple Watch charger just in case I need it. And I also have a power bank that holds 2 USB cables. this pocket here, there's a few things that I keep in here, not very much, but I do keep some extra eye protection. I also have some carabiners, another charging cable, and then I also have an extra pair of earplugs. I also have some identification information up here in case my wallet gets lost or stolen, but I never use it, I keep it in here. I also keep the Eye and Ear Pro with me because I like to go to the range. My friend likes to go to the range. If I'm out and about with my family and I don't want to run home to grab my range bag, I have my firearm on me already, so I can just take my everyday bag, and I have extra safety glasses and ear protection. So in the front large area, in the smaller pocket inside, I have, again, extra batteries. I have my notebook with a pen. And then this is kind of unconventional for daily carry, but I like to carry this Boy Scout book. And I like to carry this because if an emergency happens and we can't get home for some reason, there's a ton of information in here about knot tying, about trapping and scouting animals for food. There's information on how to identify foliage in the else, how to identify animals such as birds. It's a really handy book, and if anything else, if I get bored, it's something to read. So like I said, I have a toddler, so this larger main compartment that I have here, I have pull-ups, and I have wipes. And then here on this inside pocket, I have this baggie. Inside this baggie is zip ties and also some Velcro straps. Never know when you're going to need something like that in an emergency. They're super light and they don't take up any space at all, so I don't mind carrying these just in case of emergency. And then for the last pocket on the inside here, this little zipper pocket, I have some chapstick and I have stormproof matches. So kind of a better shot of the inside pocket here. This is that little mesh pocket that has the Velcro straps and zip ties. I really like this bag from Amazon. It was super cheap. I don't use the Velcro on the outside, might use the MOLLE webbing. I definitely like these buckles and straps to keep it more compact. The zippers are pretty durable for a cheap backpack. Like I said, I've had it for a few years and I have had zero issues with the buckles, the straps. I like the MOLLE webbing because you can attach anything to it. There's even some on the side here. There's 2 rows of the MOLLE webbing on both sides, here and on the other side. And sometimes I like to clip my water bottle on there with a carabiner, so it's perfect to have this on both sides. These shoulder straps are really durable, really comfortable with the padding that they have on here. Backpacks that I've had in the past, these clips on the straps break really easy, and I'm knocking on wood because it hasn't happened with these yet. So on the back panel here, it's padded. There's also these little D-rings. You can hang your bag from a tree if you're out camping. You can hang things from those little rings if you want to. There's also a pocket back here you can use for a water reservoir, camelback, anything that you want to hide back there while the backpack is on. On the bottom here, there's also 2 additional, I guess you'd call it MOLLE webbing, but you can attach things there on the bottom. So for like camping, I could attach a sleeping bag or my tent. That's pretty much it for this. Like I said, I plan on replacing this with a smaller first aid kit to keep inside of the bag, and then that'll stay in my car. So that's really it for my EDC, my pocket dump, and the bag. Let me know if there's something that I should be carrying that you didn't see here, and I'll consider updating my everyday carry.